Welcome back to Hit Points Gaming. I am Corey and this is Andrea. Hi. It's been a while since we've put out a video on the channel. As you can see, that's the title of this episode because we have a 1-year-old. We were warned by many of you that our board gaming time would go down.
You were right.
Yes.
We will not be playing a board game in this episode either.
No, because right now she's 14 years.
I wish she was 14 years old. She would be playing with us right now.
Yes, that's what we're waiting for.
13 more years to go.
14 months, and Grandma's with her today, which allowed us to go out for breakfast and to put out a video for you today. So today's episode is really just going to highlight what we've been doing in the realm of board games for the last year.
And I said, nobody wants to hear us talk about that. Nobody wants to hear, we should be playing a game. Nobody wants to hear us just talk about ourselves. But apparently, some of you do.
They just wanted to make sure that we're okay.
We are okay.
We're gonna go through a bunch of games. We're gonna do a quick review or our thoughts on each, kind of like how we've progressed and played and kind of what we're doing.
Give you a recap of the past year of our board gaming life or lack of board gaming life.
Selfishly,
yes,
we miss hearing from you.
Well, we
right?
do. Yeah,
so we miss reading those comments. Just communicating that back and forth. There's a few of you that we used to hear from all the time, and
we miss you.
Yeah. So
and we're not going away permanently. There is absolutely plans, whether they.
She has not told me what these plans
come through or not. No, we never wanted to stop. We want to tape. We will continue to tape. There's a Kingdom Death Monster campaign that we're in the middle of.
Spoiling the very end of the... Right.
Okay, let's get started.
No, it's okay. You're right. Let's see. So, what we're going to be doing here is I'm going to be going through, like I said, the progression of what our gaming life has been with the game. We'll reflect on it. We'll maybe give our thoughts on the game and...
Okay, people are already tired. Let's go.
All right, so very early on when you were with the little one, this is the first game that we really attempted to play that was new, right?
Because in the beginning, she slept all the time.
It was great. We're we've got this little thing. It would sleep, every few hours. It could sleep right next to us on the table in this little bed. Cool, we can get some gaming done. You couldn't tape, obviously. You couldn't tape during that time.
No.
But we could get a little gaming, and we started with Everdell.
I miss Everdell.
It was
great. Such a peaceful land with, it's got my favorite things, little cute animals and pretty romantic fonts and...
Oh, very pretty fonts.
Very, very pretty fonts and romantic locations.
Yeah, worker placement game. We even played it. It was on Kickstarter. We picked it up the second time it was through. We picked up all the expansions. We played this just one-on-one for many nights.
And we built on with the expansions. We learned how to play the base, and then we kept building on.
This was, probably about, 10 months ago we started this, and we have yet to play this more with 2 people. We wanted to see what this would be like with more. Looking forward to that.
Did I ever win?
I'm pretty sure you won one time.
Okay.
Oh, maybe even twice.
I don't know. Maybe.
15 times we played?
Probably. Okay.
Yeah. Very cool game. Liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's collecting dust right now.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Then, a little bit later...
Yes. Okay,
we went into this War of Mine.
So we started a camp. This is because it's got a camp, sort of 5 missions.
There's the base version of this War of Mine. It's very dreary. It's based off the video game. It's set in this war where you're the survivors in a house. You're trying to collect food, go out at night, and scavenge around. And we had to make decisions and read the story. And this worked a little bit in the beginning. But then what happened?
We had a baby that I could never put down. She had to be held at all times, or entertained at all times. So it pretty much ended up being Corey playing the game by himself, me being in the room trying to
wrangle, entertain
a 3-month-old.
This really marked the end of our board gaming.
Yes, pretty harsh. And this was around the time that quarantining began, I believe.
Your friend was over came up from Florida. She played a game with us.
Okay,
once.
so that was the beginning of February. So that was an entire year ago, almost to the day, that we were playing this War of Mine.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, that was about the marking the end of our board game, because you're like,
yes,
you can't play, and I can't play with you. Not in that sense, but in that.
It was in that sense.
But I did.
You have to pay attention to the game,
right? Or I could just play this by myself.
Yeah,
What's the
like
point?
why? Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm not a big solo gamer. You'll see that changes throughout the year. So, going back to this War of Mine, I did enjoy this game.
I did too, if I could focus more of my attention on it.
The story, the rule book was, a lot of people complained about the rule book, and the rules were not in the book. It was in this journal. I really didn't have a problem with it. I liked it. And there's like extra scenarios and expansions that
we have not gotten to yet. Oh, sorry. I did not get to yet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then after this War of Mine, we basically went without board games for about 4 or 5 months.
We started to play Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Animal Crossing came into play around March, right? So Animal Crossing on the Switch.
Yep. We would kind of hand off, okay, who's watching the baby? I'll get my chores done, and you would go. So, yeah. Now I'm thinking back, we were doing chores.
We were doing Animal Crossing
all throughout the day, whether it was with the little one or in Animal Crossing. Exciting times.
That lasted until, well, we didn't, before Thanksgiving maybe is when we stopped Animal Crossing on a regular basis?
Yeah.
Way before that, I think. Sometime
in
the fall.
We should go back, but
I don't have time for that.
We have a few. Oh, that's what this video is about. Okay, then after about 4 months or so, Forgotten Waters came out. Okay, now this was about the time when people stopped getting nervous of leaving their house and started to introduce, well, I can be around my close family and some close friends. So we started playing this. I don't think you were involved in the beginning. Maybe the first game you and I played. But we invited some people that you've seen on the channel before to come over, and we played Forgotten Waters. Great game.
In the summer, I think.
Yep. You take on a role of a pirate. You're working together. You go through the storybook from Plaid Hat Games. I think this is probably the best storybook that they've put out, that at least, well, that we've played.
We played multiple times. I wanted to be all the different kinds of pirates. I never got all the stars needed.
Right.
I was always...
We actually, this is our last video.
That we did. Oh,
that we did together. Yeah, we did a playthrough of Forgotten Waters.
Yes.
The little one, made her appearance in one of the videos.
Yes.
That was a big deal. But you could see in that video, we were really struggling to put out content. Now, we had to feed her, during the video. It's really tough to come down and take an hour or 2 hours to put a video together and not know when she's going to wake up.
If I was going to get a full night. Well, everybody knows.
Yes.
Now, we don't have...
Everybody knows that has a child. For those of you out there that don't, like we didn't a year and a half ago.
And also, our child is never content. You can't just put her in a playpen
What's
over
a playpen?
there.
Nope.
And let her sit and play with her toys.
Absolutely
That
not.
doesn't happen.
Nope.
She needs constant attention. Like this. Like, Mommy, I'm going to hang on to you every single second I'm awake, and you need to entertain me with something new every 15 seconds.
Yep, and Daddy, don't you go over there and try and play a game by yourself, or else Mommy's going to get mad at you.
Yep. Hasn't been a fun year. So that's why we stopped putting out content.
Yes.
I wasn't getting enough sleep, and we couldn't just put her in a playpen. And guess what? We were in a pandemic, so it's not like we could just call up a babysitter and
hey,
give her there for the day, or...
And let's just say, if we didn't have our little... If we were not blessed with our little one, wow, we would have so much content.
I'm so sorry
to
all the viewers. We had a baby at the wrong time, because we could have played so much. Okay, so now we're in the summer.
So now we're in the summer.
Forgotten Waters. Okay.
Yeah, that was the end of our gaming for a while. Your and I gaming. It completely went on hold. Then eventually I was able to still meet with Braden and Chris. Every few weeks they would come back over. And this is one game that we did try out that I want to bring up. This is by Steamforged Games, and this is Horizon Zero Dawn, based off the video game, which I totally enjoyed. Basically, it's in the future. You're tracking down and hunting these robot dinosaurs. The game was fun. However, I noticed that there were items in the rulebook that they planned to do, and then they pulled it back. Meaning, like, there's two different phases. Basically, you're trying to hide in these bushes, trying to track these robots going around. And you have these special abilities that you could do when you're hiding, and then as soon as you attacked, then they were alerted and you were really trying to fight them, and you're trying to pull components off to build things. That part was really cool. However, there was this whole section about the stealth mechanism of the game, and that ended in turn one and it never came back. And later I found out that, yeah, they were really going to blow out the whole stealth part of it, so I could be stealthy here, pick off a monster, then go over here, pick off another one. But as soon as I alerted one, basically everyone was alerted and the game changed. So it kind of felt disjointed, and it's a shame when you hear even from the designers like, oh yeah, we were going to do this, but to make it simpler, we removed it.
Ooh, that's the death of any game for Corey. When the designers want to make it simpler.
So there's more expansions that are coming out. I don't know if I'm going to dive into them.
I don't have
Did I
time for
have
this.
fun with this? Sure, you know what? Because there was a bunch of hunts, and then you fight the boss, kind of like Kingdom Death, but I was able to do it all in one day, which was a nice change. Steamforged Games, as a game designer, I'm not fully on board yet. The first one that they put out was Dark Souls.
Do I remember that?
Well, I backed it. I played a copy before I opened mine, and I did not fully enjoy it. So I sold it all.
Was that Gabe's game?
Yes.
Okay.
The rules, the rule book is just... They should have made it simpler. But they shouldn't have made it simpler, but the rules were very confusing. It didn't make sense.
What they needed was to have you write the rule book?
I needed to step in and play test.
Okay, so we're never playing this together on camera.
Yeah.
Put that over there.
Yeah.
Next game.
So, well, I there's something I want to add to this. So, after they did that, then they did Resident Evil. Okay game, I played it. This was a while ago. And they produced something. The point is, why I'm getting to this, is they announced Monster Hunter. That's their next game that's going to be coming on Kickstarter, I think in March or April. Am I excited Monster Hunter game? Absolutely. Am I excited at Steamforged Games? No. So I'm on the fence with that one. Enough said. Okay. So, then, maybe about 2 months later, after we played Horizon, I said, look, we haven't played games in a long time. What could we do? What type of games could we play where we could just leave it out on the table, and when she's eating a snack, we might be able to run over and be like, okay, let's do a turn or two. So it's got to be one of those types of games.
And I like to finish games that we started, because he keeps getting more games. Why do you keep getting more games when we have 25 games over there that we're in the middle of something?
Okay, if anyone can answer that question, leave a comment on what that answer is, because I think anyone who has a gaming collection, anyone that's watching this video,
Yes, I get it. You're a collector, but
not even
here,
a collector, just like you want to keep getting more games, but
I
you
know.
always want to. To your point, you want to check games.
I
off.
like checking things off the list. So we went back to a game that I enjoy. We enjoy playing together. Time Stories. Now, can you even see that in the camera? That's very white and bright. Is there a glare?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Time Stories.
So this is the last one, Madame.
And that's how he got me. Well, guess what? It's the last one.
Yes.
Let's finish the
finish it.
whole...
Because we've done all the expansions.
We have.
Done
And
all the
we've had
expansions.
so much fun doing them.
Really enjoy Time
Yes,
Stories.
we love
This
it.
is a game that we played throughout many years. We've played... We've
With
introduced
other
a lot
people?
of people. Yeah, we were in this... This is even when we were doing like our competition, which kind of started the whole channel. How fast you could complete a mission compared to another team. We got points and whatnot, and then eventually it turned into us just putting out content on the channel. But we really did like Time Stories.
This is a game I think we started playing these were one of the first games that we played just together, the two of us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got to Madame.
So without doing specific spoilers, right? Really in anything that we talk about.
Wait, is this the one in Versailles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we went to Versailles.
We've been to Versailles, so we were super excited. Real life, oh, we can't travel. Okay, let's play
Yeah.
this version.
This ruined Time Stories. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not. This is the worst... I don't know if this is the worst one, but like, when you finish this, you're like, why did I even play this?
It's kind of like Lost, the series Lost. Now, I would say we enjoyed every... Now, we're not knocking on Time Stories. We enjoyed every other campaign. There was one that was very easy, the Antarctica one.
Yeah.
We thought that one was super easy, but we still liked
I
it.
don't know if you can see it. It's probably out a shot up there. We got all the
There are all the expansions up there.
And one of the episodes that the entire time during quarantine, we're like, we should do an episode. Let's put out some content. And I thought, well, let's just do one once we finish Time Stories. Let's do a review, like an in-depth review of each expansion. That was something we were going to do.
Really?
Yeah, I told you forgot. It was a mommy brain. But that being said, as we go through this video, if that's something that you're interested in,
an in-depth review on any of the games, which I don't think people really care about what we have to think. Personally, I don't think you guys care what we think, so please let us know. I think you just want to see us play games. So again, I'm like, why are we just sitting here talking? So
I like putting out stuff like this, and that would be an easy one. We could sit down, we could talk, boom, here's all the Time Story ones.
But see, it's bad because I don't remember. They all run together and I get confused.
But I like it. Like, this video is
Antarctica.
just like, there's no script. I just have some gates here. You don't even know what I'm pulling out.
Okay.
And we just talk.
Okay,
Sometimes
bring the next
people
one.
like that. So yeah, Time Stories. We have the next Time Stories. Like, they came out with a new iteration.
And that was another reason that we decided, because we were like, okay, well, let's finish this one, then we can start the next one. And then we played Madame,
and we're like,
and Corey was like,
I am not playing
we're
the
not
Time
playing
Stories.
this.
That is shelved for a while.
The sting of the ending has to wear off before we can go back and our wounds are healed.
So leave a comment if you want us to do an in-depth review.
Or if you've played the last campaign and think that it's not as bad as we're making it out to be, or if you played all the campaigns, tell us which one of them is your favorite. Do you know which one was your favorite of all of them?
Prophecy of Dragons was really cool. And the Brotherhood of the Coast, I think, the pirate one. Those two, but I think Prophecy was... even just the first one was sharp.
Okay.
So, alright. So, we did that. We completed it. And, was there something else that I wanted to mention? Oh, yeah. So...
Time Stories. Wasn't there something Time Stories before that next game?
I don't know.
Okay.
But we're going back to Brayden and Crystal coming over.
Mm-hmm.
So this little game came out. Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. So this is something that... What's the matter?
Little game? Don't lie to them.
Okay, oh, sorry. This game... I don't know. This medium game? I'm not really sure. Well, I was playing with Chris and Brayden. I was introducing them to Gloomhaven. Because, again, this takes a little bit more time than just Time Stories.
Did we ever take Gloomhaven?
Yes, honey.
Oh,
that was one of the biggest games that we did.
Okay. Yeah, you guys remember Ebenezer.
Uh-huh.
So we were in a Gloomhaven campaign, and when this came, I'm like,
what is this?
I'm not playing this with you. We have to finish the other Gloomhaven, and we're 20 scenarios into the 100 scenarios that there are in that huge, thick book. I said, no, I'm not playing this. Stop getting more games. Okay? We're never going to play this. So,
I was playing with Chris and Braden. You know, every week or every 2 weeks they would come over now, and we would play a scenario. You could probably do 1 or 2 scenarios a night. I started painting the figures. Maybe I'll be showing the figures that I painted here. There was a slight spoiler of some hidden content, so turn away.
When?
Maybe right now if I'm showing you. I don't know.
Oh, okay, the figures?
Yeah. But sharp, I liked it, but we weren't really progressing so much, and I didn't know if the guys wanted to keep playing, and I was like, Hun, this is Gloomhaven, like, I'm getting the itch, I kind of want to play this, and I convinced you.
So now we're going to fast forward to, Mommy's finally getting, so it took her a year to sleep through the night, okay? Sleep through the night. So now we're in, November, right? We're, in October, November, when he realizes he's not getting too far with Chris and Braden. They're not really, overly excited about it. You know, they're not talking about it.
Oh, and each time they came over, just quick interjection, the 4 of us would play...
Clank!
Clank Legacy.
That's what we were playing.
Clank Legacy. Every time they would come over, we would get 1 game through. And we couldn't tape it because, again, all the reasons we said before, but that was the one game that we as a group were progressing on. We're having fun on that.
Yes, and I'm surprised you didn't get that. So yes, that's what we were playing. We were playing Clank.
4 or 5 games left in that.
Yes.
Just a good time.
I
like Clank.
We forgot about that game. Okay.
I just said it.
No, before, you didn't have the box here.
I was thinking about it. That and Machikoro, we finished. I didn't even bring that up.
Oh, yeah, we finished Machikoro, but that was, over the summer. That wasn't,
I didn't want to go all the way
campaign
back.
to tape. Okay, whatever. So then we start playing Gloomhaven.
Yes.
Because that could be set up upstairs and left during the day and night, and we were getting more gaming time because Mommy was sleeping more. And the baby was sleeping more.
So we could get an hour in at night, maybe during her 1 nap.
On the weekend, we could get an hour. So, yes. And guess what? We finished it.
We did. You're jumping the gun a little bit, but that's okay. So, Gloomhaven, if you have never played this game before, and whether you're backing Frosthaven, that's going to be coming out soon, definitely I would suggest starting with this one.
Yes. Yes.
It does a really good job of introducing the rules over the first 5 games. It does connect. This is technically a prequel to Gloomhaven. So...
I don't think it spoiled anything in Gloomhaven for us. No.
It scratched that itch of playing Gloomhaven.
Yes, you build characters, you get attached to them. I was sad when we finished because we were not able to level our characters up to the final level.
I will say this, though. At the very end, the last mission or 2, I had enough.
Easy.
It was easy, and I was kind of done with Gloomhaven.
Well, there were a lot of missions, 25?
And we banged them out a lot. We did it quickly, and I was just like, okay, good. So now I was ready, halfway through, to be like, man, I can't wait to go back to original Gloomhaven. I can wait a little bit.
Good, because this is what happened.
Okay,
we're getting to the end of Gloom...
Okay, wait. Oh, wait, what are you going to say?
I was going to tell them what happened towards... Let's see, we were on maybe mission 18 or 20.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold on.
Okay, what are you going to talk more about Gloomhaven?
What are you going to say? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So we have a couple campaigns. We can see the end of it, and then, of course, we have to discuss, what's going to happen next.
Right.
And right around that time, Eddie Drude, I think
it was Eddie.
I think Eddie. Hi, Eddie. You left us a comment about Kingdom Death Monster or on another video about Kingdom Death, about where are we? We're going to be taping again. And it was at the exact time that I said, well, we need to go back to Kingdom Death. We finished Gloomhaven, this huge campaign. Now we need to go back and finish Kingdom Death. We're getting bigger chunks of time where we can sit down and tape. let's produce a video, okay? Oh yeah, and then my mom came to visit for the weekend, okay? And that was the weekend that Corey was going to go back and have time to read the rules, watch our old videos.
Oh, because here's something that we did not say.
So that's in October.
This is really...
Maybe we were... Okay, so I think we were going to play Kingdom Death Monster a couple of times. That was the first time we decided we needed to retape for the fans.
Right.
And he was going to watch the videos and see where we were. And
because here's the problem. This is why we really did stop with Kingdom Death for a while, and then I think we switched to Madara. So we did an episode.
Yeah, this is where the baby... This is right before the baby was going to be born.
Yeah, you were pregnant.
I was pregnant, yeah.
We taped an episode. We were fighting a level 2 spider. Okay, it was vicious. And I either deleted or lost that episode.
Yes.
And I was like,
yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
I can't, how do I explain that we went through this huge fight, I think somebody died, 1 or 2 people died.
I think our characters died, yeah.
And then...
Did we run away and they died running away?
I don't remember. So I didn't, of course, put the video out. The good thing about me putting videos out is that I can always go back to it and be like, oh yeah, this is what happened last time. I can do a nice recap. But we lost that. Then I think you had a baby.
I'm pretty sure.
And then, that was the last thing on my mind. Well, it wasn't the last thing on my mind. The games are still up there. But it was a very tough hurdle to then go back and explain, well, this is what happened. We didn't really
have
do
enough
this.
time, because then you would be sacrificing sleep
in
the beginning or times playing actual games. So you just never spent the time to go back and figure out where we are.
It's a big investment to go back and basically explain a year that you guys didn't see and then start up again.
Because we don't even remember what happened in that spider year, except catastrophe. Yeah, catastrophe is all I remember. So we're still not... So anyway, at the time...
Yeah. So now we're thinking about...
I'm like, okay, Eddie wants to see us. Like, okay, we need to start taping.
Let's go through Gloomhaven.
Yep, and then...
Okay,
so that was the plan.
Yes.
We were going to... Corey was going to sit down, and we were going to put at least just one video of where we were in Kingdom Death and explain everything that happened to the spider and all this.
Okay, so... Cut to us still getting together with Kirsten and Braden. We played one last time of Clank. Then we made a big day. We were going to get together on Friday.
Yes, Chris was going to take off work.
Yep, I was taking off. We had all this extra time at the end of the year, board game days.
So people were going to take off work and we were going to get together and play a game of... And this was in December. This was in the beginning of December or like right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And the game, because we were going to switch from Gloomhaven, because at that point you and I were starting to play, so I didn't really need to play with them anymore. Mm-hmm. So what we were going to start with Chris and Braden, just the 3 of us, because you couldn't be involved in the Legacy game, is...
I couldn't be involved in a Legacy game?
It'd be hard. You're already still doing Clank.
Oh, right? Okay. I thought maybe like you were going to break up with me and I...
No, but that is definitely, for those of you out there... Here's something that you can let us know. How many Legacy games have you started with your friends who were dating somebody, and then they stopped dating them, and it ruins your
And what do you
Legacy
do
game.
After then?
What do you do after?
Do you put the new girlfriend or boyfriend in as taking over for a role?
Again, I don't think I have 3 versions of Risk Legacy sitting on my shelf. Okay, I haven't finished one of them.
Well, that's because one of your girlfriends was in one of them.
Okay, I wasn't gonna mention that. Okay. But yeah, what do you?
So you're to blame too.
What are you gonna fill in? What are you gonna replace?
No, I need my own character. Thank you very much.
So yeah, that happened. How do we get on that topic?
Heritage. So now we're gonna have a huge game day.
Huge game day
on a Friday.
I read the rules
in
to
December.
This Heritage game. This is a Kickstarter game. It is Vampire Masquerade, which I really honestly don't know anything about. It's this huge thing, this vampire, whatever. The game looked pretty cool. I read the rule book maybe about 3 or 4 times. Very confusing, actually. I didn't understand. So it's a legacy game where like I'm an overall, like I'm like the vampire lord, but yet I control a clan, but every game I pick a different clan. That didn't make sense to me. If they just started as like a better explanation of thematically how that works, maybe I would have understood this game a little bit better, but whatever. I figured out the mechanics of the game, was ready to play an all-day gaming event.
And then guess who gets COVID? This one.
Then I got tested positive for COVID. That was a lot of fun. So all-day gaming day shut down. Our office at work, which is where it came in from, got shut down. And now I'm back to working from home with COVID, lockdown. Our whole gaming thing just came to a complete halt. Okay?
And then mommy gets COVID.
And then you get it as soon as like my tail end. It's like the last day or two. You were fine the whole way. Boom. And then you got... Now, okay, so we're fine.
So Corey gets it. He's super depressed. This is before I test positive. Super depressed. Really upset that the gaming day is canceled. Chris and him
I'm
are looking
upset
for
about the gaming day.
Yeah, he doesn't care about it. We were fine. He was fine.
Fine. Here, heads up.
Completely fine.
I had back pain. I had back pain for 4 days. That went away with Tylenol. I thought I pulled something. I was lifting furniture one day.
And the baby, you're constantly lifting the baby.
I thought that's what it was.
We had no idea.
No fever, no symptom, no nothing. I tested because I wanted to go to the doctor because I thought maybe I had a kidney stone. They're like, hey, we want to take a test? Yeah, sure, whatever.
So
call me back. You get positive for COVID.
So all of a sudden, an epiphany. I go to Corey one day and I say, what's the one game that you play during a pandemic? Duh. What's the one game you play? Hello?
Duh. This came in back in December. We weren't really playing games much. Oh wait, no, December. No, this came out in October, November. Wait, I got this delivered the same day that I got the Twilight Imperium expansion, which obviously we have not played yet. And Season 3. 0.
So our goal was to finish the campaign before my quarantine was up. So that my quarantine was up on the 3rd of January. So we were quarantined for quite a while. Then we had to quarantine another 2 weeks to make sure that the baby didn't show any symptoms. So I think we were quarantined total for 5 weeks. We finished the campaign.
We did. We don't really need to go much into Pandemic Legacy except that it's amazing.
We won. We're amazing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll get into that in a second. So, Season 2, we actually taped the entire campaign. It's one of our videos.
I forgot about that too, but okay.
So, this is one of the ones like, oh, are we ever going to tape it? Blah, blah, blah. That's why we didn't play it when we first got it. And it was like, yeah, we got to do it during COVID.
I'm sorry, we have COVID. That's when you play Pandemic.
So this takes place, it's a prequel to all of them. We're like, CIA agents. I think it was great. Just Pandemic Legacy as a whole, if you haven't played any of these, or if you are on the fence of like, oh, I still don't want to play a Legacy game, so I'm never going to go back to it, I don't want to destroy things, this is what you want to start with. These are the complete package. A ton of fun. I don't really know if one's better than the other. I think they're all great. They all introduce different things.
But they're all very similar.
Yeah, it's Pandemic, which, by the way, I hated Pandemic. The base game Pandemic, waste of my time. This is going to happen. This is going to blow out and I lose because of random cards. Next, this strings them all together. Each game had meaning. Yes. Yes.
I mean, when else would you play it? It was perfect timing.
For those of you that want to share your score, we got a 900. We got a 900 as our score for the final.
Oh, yeah.
So, boom! 900. Beat that. No one watched us, so this is our way of telling you how we did. So let us know how well you did if you finished it. Put in a comment your score.
And if you got COVID, what games did you play while you guys were quarantining too?
Excellent. Yeah, we really want to just read these comments and talk to everybody again.
I know, that's it, pretty much. We're so lonely. So lonely. Okay, right. So now fast forward. So now we're in January, the beginning of January, and we still haven't taped an episode of Kingdom Death Monster.
Right. We went back. We then finished Gloomhaven.
Yes.
Because this was Pandemic inserted itself in there.
No, I think we finished Gloomhaven before Pandemic.
Okay.
Whatever. They're both finished.
They're done.
Okay. Next.
Okay. Then
what are we playing now? Back
Hold on.
Tainted. We're back Tainted.
I have 4 games to get to before that.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
Okay, so now that I'm kind of out of quarantine or towards the end, Braden was coming back over because those guys were actually with me as I had COVID and didn't know it. So of course I had to be like, hey, Chris and Braden, just so you know,
you guys
were
need
sitting
to get
next to me and I had COVID. I think we were playing like an old school rundown game that one night, and well, everyone that we were with negative. It was even Rob and Amy, who I think has been on this channel on a few times. It was their wedding. We missed their wedding.
Sorry,
oh,
Rob.
God.
Sorry, Amy.
Very unfortunate. But everyone was negative. So one game I want to mention that I was starting to play with Braden because eventually it was just like,
you know why everybody was negative, right? Because we stopped the spread in pandemic at a 900. Mm-hmm. Boom.
Good one.
Okay, sorry.
Altar Quest. All right. This game was on Kickstarter. I backed it at the very last minute because I heard it was good. It reminds me of Hero Quest. Huge Hero Quest fan growing up. I know it has its flaws, but it had a special place in my heart. By the way, I also did back Hero Quest on the Pulse thing. That's something else to talk about. But Altar Quest, I was playing with Braden. Fun. I started painting these figures. I think we're like 4 episodes or 4 scenarios into a 6-part campaign. We play now like every week. Sharp. A little difficult to get through the rules. You physically really needed to start playing and then referring to the rulebook to get the sequence down. But once you get the sequence down, not a problem.
I think we might have played Joan of Arc once or twice.
Well, this is when you were pregnant. We're talking about way before, so I could have started.
Oh, really?
This. Yeah. I introduced Joan of Arc to you in the very beginning. You were still pregnant. And you liked it.
I did.
I really liked Joan of Arc, actually.
I
did
like Joan of Arc. I mean, I never won, but I liked it.
2 or 3. Oh, so we got a bunch of stuff. You and I can play those. And there's more coming, so yeah.
Yeah, when our daughter turns 14 and she can play with us.
I can't wait. So yeah, Altar Quest is ongoing. Dungeon crawler. Every scenario actually does feel different. Pretty sharp. I like the story, the thematic. So yeah, that's there. Okay. Then I've got 2 games I want to mention that also came in through Kickstarter that we have not gotten to the table, but I'm looking forward to. One is A War of Whispers. This is something that I got to demo during the last PAX that we were at, which is now, I don't know when that was.
2000 and...
The last PAX that was actually happening. It was like at the very beginning of the pandemic.
Oh, so 2020 then.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah,
we went to PAX.
So,
wait, really? It was was it early February?
It was before Final Fantasy VII came out.
But the baby was born?
Yes, I remember you were mad at me because I went to PAX. That's
2020.
Right. Okay, so I want to get this to the table. Basically, 4 players, an hour-long, hour-and-a-half-long game. You're controlling different armies, but you're not a part of the army. You're basically the people behind the scenes. So you're trying to have different armies come out on top, but it's secret of like who you're trying to manipulate. And I don't know who you have. And
the kitty cat army.
Sure. Just very interested to try this out. This might actually be a cool game to tape because then people could watch and play along and be like, okay, I wonder who you're trying to influence and whatnot. And it should be short. I want to give this a shot once people start
If anybody had played it, do you think it would be something that would be good to tape?
Yes, that's the question I was trying to ask.
Wow. So okay, glad we summed that up. Next game. All
right, next is Waste Nights, something that I backed a very long time ago. It came in.
He keeps saying that, but games keep coming.
Well, the problem was a lot of these games, they were backed and then COVID hit. So their production stopped for months. This was like delayed like a whole nother year or whatnot. So this came in, I don't know. I haven't read the rules. Scenario, lots of different scenarios. It's basically like Mad Max. Go around.
In Australia?
In Australia, yeah.
That's fine. I could play it because of Bluey.
Yeah, there you go. Oh. Have we talked about Bluey now?
I don't know if we ever have.
Do I actually? I got the Bluey shirt on. Bad. Greatest kid television show. Cartoon. And even if your kid goes to sleep and doesn't pay attention, we love it.
We love Bluey.
Oh,
it's on Disney. Check it out.
Good. Yeah, that's why I got Waste Nights.
Okay.
All right.
You got Waste Nights because of Bluey, Australia? Yeah, right.
Okay. So we got 2 games I want to mention here. This is what we've also been playing. Duck, Duck, Dance. Okay.
Thank you, Snots and Becky, for a wonderful Christmas present for our baby.
Our little one loves this game. Basically, just a bunch of dice. You roll them. Each side of the dice depicts
a different dance move.
Flap, fly,
clap, spin, twist, wiggle.
You roll them all. You do the dance routine.
Then you clap.
You clap, and they do the next one.
And you roll and do another dance.
Kind of hard to lose.
There is no winning and losing in this Duck Duck Dance. She's 14 months.
And it's for 2+. She's ahead of the curve.
Not really.
She's ahead of the curve.
Not really.
Duck Duck Dance.
Okay.
Definitely recommend it.
We're teaching her how to roll dice. That's about it.
Yeah. And then the other game we want to talk about is Feed the Woozle. She loves this too. Doesn't really understand the actual game because we haven't taught her, but it comes with this giant stand, and then you have to carry these little pieces of food, which are just like tokens, on a spoon and throw it in the thing's mouth, and you have to like do it on one leg or walk backwards or with your eyes closed. She doesn't get that. She just likes to throw things into the Woozle's mouth.
Right. We did recently have a 4-year-old over who really liked the game, who enjoyed the game. I'm talking about you, Rosie.
Okay.
Okay.
So we finished Gloomhaven. Then we'll go back to this, right? And then she's like, "What are we gonna play next?"
We're gonna play Kingdom Death Monster next. That's what
I'm
we're gonna
like,
play. That's what we're gonna 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 play.
It's still gonna be tough to tape. It's still gonna be tough to tape. How do we set up a camera? I haven't set up this camera in a very long time. Hopefully, I hit the record button.
I know. Did you? Yeah, it's red. Okay.
Whew, that would have been
So
rough.
this one decides to sneak up one day and just set up a game on its own. See, why don't you just try it out? See it, give it 2 or 3 days, and let's see if you like it. But
I missed the game. Keep going. Keep talking. No, I want you to explain all of this before I do my real explanation.
But it's kind of like a game you hate.
Oh, I did say that.
Okay? I'm like, okay, well, there's really only one game that I hate, and that's Seventh Continent.
Yeah, you really weren't a fan.
I just couldn't get into Seventh Continent. I don't know why. There was a Russian. I love being the Russian, because I am Russian, so I don't know. I can't tell you why.
So it's really hard for you to...
what I wanted to do was go back and finish Arkham Horror the card game many, many moons ago. Then we also have Mansion of Madness, the one on the computer where it like ticks through and I love all those noises.
And what other game did you want to go back to? I know.
Robinson Crusoe! I want to play the new Robinson Crusoe. But this one over here, could you believe it? Well, didn't want to read the rules.
Yeah, it was tough. I read Robinson Crusoe a few times. Like, man, I don't really want to do this.
And I'm like, what now? That's all you want to do is read the rules.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we didn't mention real quick. Here's another interjection. We did go back to play Discover Lands Unknown. We had like a few missions left.
We did.
The snow one, and we did play that together.
Yes, because we ordered so many versions of that game just to get all the different things because I was obsessed with that game. Yes, Gurgle. Grub. He was our hero.
Okay. It sounds like we played a lot of games, but really this is over, again,
14 months.
So it really wasn't a lot.
It doesn't seem like enough. If we
compared
had
to what we were doing.
COVID,
yeah,
and we could have been playing 14 hours a day for you.
I went back and I said I was not a solo gamer, but...
Oh, the dream game?
Yeah, so then I started playing games solo a little bit. You know, at night when you were you were getting sleep, and I was like, well, she needs sleep, I want to play a game.
Or I had to work at night.
So I actually did a curse in Seventh Continent by myself. It was like 14 hours.
You did? See?
Then I went back to Legends of Andor. I finished that campaign up because I was trying to do like a few. I think I did a review of one of the games that kind of got me into it. That was a long time ago. I don't even know when that was.
That's when I wasn't getting sleep.
So I was doing a little solo, and then this game came in the mail.
And I said, stop ordering games. And he said, well, it was a Kickstarter. I ordered it 3 years ago.
Right? Etherfields. Okay? So
Isn't that what your dad said to put in the snowblower yesterday?
Ether? They don't work. Yeah. Okay, so this game came out, and it kind of sat here for a few months because I wasn't really able to play much. I read the rules. I'm like, oh, maybe this is something I can set up solo. There's no way I'm going to be able to play a giant campaign game like this with person Braden, a few hours every week or every 2 weeks. No way. Andrea's not going to play a huge narrative game like this. Doesn't make sense. I started playing it. I read the rules. The rules were definitely difficult. There was some criticism on that. I had to, look up this player-made chart. I played through it. I started watching some more videos. This is when I was getting back into now watching videos, other reviewers, how to play the game. I was getting the feel. I want to get back into the channel. A lot of criticism around the game. There's I'm gonna take a minute to explain this, because I was gonna do a video just on this game. First of all, yes, the board sucks. I don't play with the board. Okay. Yeah, I actually do not play with the physical board. But in this game, you're doing mini escape rooms, they're like dreams. But between the dreams, I'm sure if anyone's have played or seen all the reviews for this, there's these let's call mini slumbers, and everyone was bashing the mini slumbers. Oh, it's a waste of time. Blah, blah. Look, that's the game. I have zero problems with it. Zero. This game is great. I really enjoy this. Now I'm enjoying this playing solo with 4 characters. Even the rulebook's don't play with more than 1 character. No.
We never just play with 1 character. Come on, you gotta use all the characters.
Actually, I'm playing with 3. I did dial it down a little bit. Doesn't matter. But are we out of time?
No, wait. I mean, we gotta feed the baby lunch, but okay.
This is the best moment right now. I'm reminiscing of what we used to do. And
you mean you're reminiscing of you playing by yourself is what you're saying, actually, but okay. Keep going.
I'm not going to touch that. So, great game. I really enjoyed this, okay? This is done by Awakening Realms, if I haven't mentioned that already. Okay, so playing this, I think I'm up to maybe 18 hours in, and what else did I want to say? Oh, I was I want to put out a video on how to play Awakened Realms. Etherfields. Because it was such a difficult challenge for me. Let me start with what I used to do a long time ago, is put out a video on how to play, right? No one's really done that. Let me check YouTube. Oh, there's all these videos.
Is that
me checking this.
Okay.
I forgot. There's all these videos out there of how to play. I just never watch them. And this came out I'm 3 months late to the party. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to do a video now on how to play this, or even my point of view. This flooded the video market of this game. I just still wanted to put my share out there because, great, I love this. So, why I really went into detail on this is because Awakening Realms, their previous game, Tainted Grail, which I did play with Chris for a while on the channel, right? I always wanted to go back to it, and we just got the second wave in. Now, here's another little tidbit that my wife doesn't know yet. Awakening Realms just launched, or finished, their next Kickstarter, right? ISS Vanguard, right? So, I knew about it, I wasn't aware. I wanted to test the waters to see if my wife likes Awakening Realm games before I backed their next campaign. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to play it again with Chris or Raiden or whoever. But if I can get my wife to enjoy Tainted Grail, she won't get upset when she finds out that I
backed
ISS Vanguard. Okay? So
ISS Vanguard. What does that even mean?
Basically, it's in space.
I'm not really a fan of space games.
Stop it.
Okay.
Star Wars is in that category.
Yeah, it's not a game. I don't play any Star Wars games.
We're exploring as a group. We're going out to the galaxy, going down to planets, doing exploration, blah, 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 blah.
So it's basically Tainted Grail just in space?
Yes. And we're on a ship together. Pretty cool. I looked more and more into it as I played Etherfields, and as we started Tainted Grail, I'm like, all right, yeah, getting it. So, but that's going to be in 2 years. Okay, so... Yes.
When the baby will be playing with us.
We went back to Tainted Grail. again, some people liked this, some people hated it. As I was rolling the dice to see if Andrea would play it.
You got me hooked.
Yeah, it is on our table upstairs. This is what we play when the baby goes to sleep at night, when she's napping, when she's watching TV. We got her hooked on like a YouTube channel to watch for a few minutes. Not us. We can go, we can play a turn, we can blah, 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 do that.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like my characters. I'm playing the healer and the farmer. So, I mean, it's basically...
the farmer.
If you could, well, he's hiding as a farmer,
yeah,
a rev. Yes, okay. I see why he compared it to Seventh Continent, because you're like using the cards, you're like exploring, you're moving the cards. There's no game board. The cards are, I guess, your board. To me, why do I like it? I like the story.
Yeah. I think
I like
you
the
like
story.
Having
it's about like the Knights of the Round Table, sort of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Without any spoilers, because obviously Grail is Knights of the Round Table. So that's interesting to me. And we're at the point where our characters are getting very strong. And
there's like 15 chapters in the game. We're on chapter
6. This is it. We lost.
We did
in
have
chapter
to start
3
over.
or chapter 4, I think, the first time. So we reset it up and started again. We're having much more success this time.
But we're not doing the easy rules. We're not doing the resurrect or anything. We're just, that's why we ended the first time. We wanted to start over. You took a little while for you to get used to the combat system.
Oh, God, the combat. I'm sorry. I'm glad you mentioned that. The combat, I still don't get it.
Come on.
I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. But honestly, that's the only thing. I guess really what I enjoy is the story, because...
You get to make choices together.
I shuffle my cards, I pull my cards, and then I say, Corey, can you just do the fight for us?
That's okay.
Whatever.
I like making those choices with you.
Okay. Yes, it's like a choose-your-own-adventure.
Narrative game, which Awakening Realms really does well. And every game they do is better. The story to Etherfields, I don't really know just yet. In the beginning, you have no idea what's going on, and it grows from there. But the gameplay mechanics improved. And I think ISS are really going to knock it out of the park. Taking back all the feedback and inserting it into the new game. Looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to playing these games.
Well, we have an expansion.
Yeah,
we have 2 expansions for Tainted Grail, so we will be playing that for quite a while until he decides that he's ready to go back and look up Kingdom of Death Monsters.
Yeah, so I did have Kingdom of Death right here.
And I agree with him. Tainted Grail really isn't that... Well, first of all, we can't tape it.
Yeah.
Because we're already into it.
It's tough to tape.
And it's not really something, yes, because you guys would have to be able to see the cards, and then not only that, but see all the cards on our hands.
Yeah, we did that. I taped a bit with Chris of Tainted Grail, and it's tough. I had to make a lot of cuts because we had to think, and you have to think of I don't know. It would be cool for the story with a lot of work, and we don't really have the time to edit that. So I have Kingdom Death here because...
With a lot of dust on top of it,
Yeah.
Actually. Look at the dust on that.
This is really just... If we are going to put out content on Kingdom Death, do we go back to our previous campaign? Like, is that what you guys want? Like, are you looking forward to more Kingdom Death?
I think they just want... Yeah, I think our channel really likes Kingdom Death.
Yeah. I don't know. Do people still watch Kingdom Death? I don't know. I was so far removed from it. Obviously, we're waiting for the new updates. We're gonna start
but we've
there.
been waiting for 5 years, right?
They keep pushing, which is fine.
Well, we get it because of the COVID.
But we never finished the last campaign. The Sun People of the Sun. People of the Stars? Sun...
No, people...
It's been a while. Okay.
Sun campaign.
So, again, if you want Kingdom Death, put that in the comments. Now, I just have a few other things I want to bring up. This is upcoming Kickstarters. Just things that I'm looking forward to or I'm doing, so just so you know, because this is my only time that I can talk to somebody about games besides my wife who doesn't want me to get any more games. Okay, so, should be coming any day, actually. Sleeping Gods. Okay, I'm going to say it backed a while ago. This is a Red Raven game. This is the same near and far. Okay. This is
Kiku.
Yeah, Kiku and Eam.
So
this is their next. Again, this is a narrative story basically I was set to play this before Tainted Grail, but it got delayed a little bit. This is what I was going to introduce you back into, like, let's play a game together. Now we're in Tainted Grail, but Sleeping Gods is supposed to be coming out. I don't know if that's a tapeable game. I'm not sure. So it's like Kingdom Death, Sleeping Gods. Let us know. Okay.
You do not want to go back to that spider. You do not. I feel like something like you would want to start over the whole campaign over.
I don't know if I can do that either. But
okay.
So that I'm throwing that out there. Sleeping Gods. Any interest in that? Would that be fun watching us play that? Street Fighter. Street Fighter is supposed to be arriving soon.
That's a video game.
Yes, you're right. I'm on the fence if I'm going to play this or not, or just try to turn around and sell it. Because they are going to do a Mortal Kombat game. Now, if I could pick between Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, I might pick Mortal Kombat over. The characters that they've had look really cool. I really was interested in their Dragon Ball version, but I think that got pulled from copyright reasons. I'm not really too sure. That's really what I would want. So I know Street Fighter is supposed to be coming in. I'm on the fence if I'm going to open it or play it or do whatever, but that's there. Two that I have backed recently is Frostpunk. Really like the video game, so I backed that one. And Darkest Dungeon. Two video games that I've backed.
Dungeon.
Yeah.
Don't we have
and
something
you're aware
else
of those?
Called Darkest Dungeon?
Dungeon, everything's a dungeon now, but
Frostpunk, was that the game where you were in the cold and you had to build the cities?
Yep. So those are just starting with the pledge manager, so that won't happen until
you
the
were
end of the
playing
year.
Frostpunk when the baby was born.
It was. So, and then the last game that's currently on Kickstarter right now that I'm watching is Primal the Awakening. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're aware of it. Giant monsters fighting them, kind of like Kingdom Death. That's about it.
Okay. That's about it, yeah. Okay.
I left a few out.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching us talk.
It was a lot of fun.
Why, you had more to say?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But you were just going to be like, okay, bye, thanks.
Pretty much, ready. I have a 14-month-old that needs food.
And that's what it's like to play board games with a 1-year-old. So thanks a lot for watching. We're definitely interested in seeing some of your responses, what you've been up to.
And if your 1-year-old or 2-year-old has a board game that they really like and you recommend, let us know. We're all about the kid game now.
That's true. So thank you
for
getting together and doing this.
Thank you, sir.
I know Chris and Becky are putting out some episodes as well. They're putting out some content. We were reached out to do some reviews of some upcoming Kickstarter games. So I would like to do that, I think, sometime in February. So, yeah, some content's coming out. You let us know what you want to say. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you next time. How was that?
That was so long.
That's the whole point of it.
Okay. That's the blooper.